Hi, I'm Jerry Vass. Over a period of 30 years, we trained 12,000 executive-level salespeople, MBAs, and PhDs. We learned that selling at the executive level requires the correct conversation, not a pitch. So these series of videos are about how to have an executive conversation using the correct mechanics. Welcome to 16 Selling Myths, Part 2. These myths cost professional salespeople more than half their income. Most people who think of themselves as salespeople are actually order takers. In fact, 92% of buying decisions are made before the executive buyer condescends to discuss things with the seller. This fact would imply the seller would ask questions and listen to the answers. Instead, professionals spend most of their time talking and wrecking, not making, sales. 96% of professionals never challenge the aphorisms and popular illusions about selling, no matter how illogical, mythical, or wishful, especially those generated within the closed circle of their own profession. The concept of consultative selling is a no-brainer. Like skydiving, skiing, or windsurfing, everyone has the concept, but we find that fewer than 11% of professional salespeople can actually persuade in a consultative manner. Salespeople confuse the desire to be consultative with having the mechanical skills to actually do it. The reason consultative selling is difficult is that salespeople, especially highly educated professionals, pitch. They have never been taught the mechanics of asking intelligent questions and listening to the answers, the baseline moves of good conversation. This is less of a myth and more of a fraud. While this is a feel-good concept, we have never seen a firm that can explain what winning means from the executive buyer's side, if the firm actually solved the executive buyer's business problem, or how to express the value of the firm's solution in business terms. So how does the firm really know if the executive buyer wins or not? Because sellers have no reality-based sense of their performance record or how their services fit into the buyer's business, they can't discuss performance in quantifiable terms. Further, they have little idea of how the firm's history of results impacts the executive's decision-making. Then, when a seller flashes a client list and the prospect asks, "What happened for them?" the seller has no definitive, provable, quantified answer. Who knows who wins? 93% of professionals will volunteer to cut their fee without being asked. 84% believe their products and services are too expensive anyway. According to our study, 97% of sellers will take what they are awarded without a hint of resistance and be delighted that the buyer blesses them with the business. 77% of professionals won't close a transaction when the buyer is ready to hire them. Professionals can't take yes for an answer, and it is hard to buy from them. Professionals tell us the reason they call at the executive level is to, quote, tell them about us, or, quote, introduce ourselves, or, quote, put a face to the name. What professionals often do not comprehend is that executives make deals and hire outside vendors all day, every day. That is what they do for a living. The seller is just part of the daily parade of potential deals an executive accepts or rejects. In every meeting, somebody gets sold. Sometimes it's them, sometimes it's you. 48% of professionals are satisfied with their current level of performance and income, and they accept high loss ratios as a fact of life. After all, they are looking only for their fair share. Everybody likes to win. Few prepare to win the selling game. 82% of sellers are willing to accept a 90% rejection rate. The world is overpopulated with experts. Today, expertise is expected. Credentials are a given. Degrees are normal. For professionals to do what she loves, her expertise, no matter how finely tuned, must first be sold either by the professional person herself or by someone else. Actually, most professionals would prefer that someone else do it. Selling comes first, expertise second. Sounds good, but it ain't true. Companies go broke believing that a good product sells itself. Ralph Waldo Emerson's Mousetrap line shows that while he was a pretty good writer, when it came to business, he was an out-of-touch, ivory tower, fuzzy-thinking geek who never spent time selling on the street. We have the most sophisticated buying and selling economy in history, and when Ralph wrote his Ode to Inventiveness, having a superior product was quite enough, thank you. This is a different world. The idea of commanding a market because you have a superior product or service is an artifact of a gentler, more romantic time. We expect superior products and services from every company in the marketplace. Today, most mousetraps are excellent. You'll find more information on this and other selling mechanics at the executive level by looking at our book, Soft Selling in a Hard World and Decoding the BS of Business on Vass.com and Amazon.com.